Thank you so much, Stephen, and also really to all of you, because every year when I come to these awards, it's my 5th year on the judging panel, I am struck over and over again by the power that's in this room and of all of the adult learners and the experiences they've had. And why, you know, so many civilized countries across the world invest so heavily in learning at all stages of life. And in some ways, we have some catch-up to do, given the way resources are constrained at the moment. But it is a basic human instinct, isn't it, all through your life, to have that unsatisfied desire to learn, to prosper, to grow in self-esteem and confidence, and to learn new skills. And what we do at the WEA with 50,000 students every year is build those stories, build that confidence, build that ability to go forth in life and achieve things. And we've been going since 1903, and we have a student base of our age range of 19 to 101. We have disabled students with many kinds of disability, learning disabilities obviously being key, but many other disabilities. And we have a very high percentage of people from the black and ethnic communities right around the UK. We have over 2,000 community locations. We are in the community and we are of the community. And because of that, I think that social impact that Stephen has mentioned is very much augmented. It is about building a network of personal relationships, and those are so important in sustaining learning over a very long period of time. And again, it's not always about the stats, although we can all rehearse them ad nauseum. It's about the impact that it has on personal lives, the transformational impact. You can't go back from having learned something. It opens doors, it opens eyes, and opens possibilities. So I am really delighted to be here and to be sponsoring this particular award for the 3rd year that I've done so, in the belief that this will encourage and inspire many other learners to tread the same path. Social impact can be measured in so many different ways, as Stephen has said, and some of those appeal to the Treasury and some of them don't. But we know what social impact is. It's when you get up in the morning feeling better, when you yourself are an inspiration example to your children, when in your job you're able to work and inspire other people, and when you're reaching other people with the power of learning. That's what social impact actually is. And we started increasingly to think about that over the years and to celebrate it. Now, our winner tonight is somebody called Dr Peter Shukie of Blackburn College. And what he's done is really use technology, harness technology, to link community organisations and develop community online resources to support learners of very different types. So the social impact that he's achieving is enabling many, many more people within his community to access learning, some of them for the first time since they've left school. He's doing things like a parent's teaching guide, a parent's reading guide, and also a smartphone thinking, things that would enable people to actually really progress in their own individual lives and to become learners in the first place, to be good parents and to be good citizens. And his free platform is already running 50 different communities, which he has managed to create in his own community with the support of that community and individual teachers and learners. So I think, without more ado, we should see the film and then invite Peter back up to the stage. Thank you.
People learn better, and they learn with energy, and they learn with vigour and with excitement and with passion when they know it makes a difference to their lives and their communities' lives. What we need to do is create spaces where people learn and have a great time learning and recognise its importance for them and other people around them. Technology enhanced learning projects. Initially they were very much an idea about how we use technology, but what we've done is make sure that every student that starts that project works in their community. So the first thing they do is not look at technology, it's to look at their community and start a conversation with people that they work with. Some of them have done things that have changed how their communities operate. They created networks of good news that didn't exist in places of very negative, bad news in a particular community. We've had parents involved where the student has gone and worked with other people they know are parents of young children, and they've created courses so that parents can learn how to teach literacy to the children that they have in school.
Everything that he does, there's always that element of how can you reach somebody, how can somebody else achieve what they want to achieve, what can he do to help them. A massive part of that is him creating COOCs, which is community open online courses. By him creating that, he's actually took what he does here in this classroom, but it's now available worldwide.
In essence, I suppose what it is, it's a free place that anyone at all can create courses. You don't need to be an educator in any traditional or formal sense. If you sign up and register, you can create courses. And what those courses are is down to you. COOCs allows courses that are temporary and responsive to a single event. It acts as a bridge between community and institutions. It supports organisations that are perhaps not large enough to have their own online presence for things like learning and development. Because it's non-institutional, it acts as a developmental space, a sandpit, a place to play around with ideas and grow new ideas and new ways of teaching.
He wants you to jump up alongside him, and that's the difference, I think, in his classes, is that you are a part of the teaching, you're not just being taught at.
And I love the idea of the sandpit where you can be creative and innovative, because it's not rolling it out like pastry, is it? It's coming up with new solutions and building it on people's ideas. So, Peter, can you tell me, what have you learned personally, and what has come out of this, which for you could be replicated in other areas? I think the clue's in the film, but how can we get involved?
Well, I think the thing I've learned and how people can get involved, it's the same thing. What we've found out is, because I didn't build any of those courses that you mentioned, they're all there and they're on the platform, but people built them. And the ethos of the whole COOCs thing is everybody can teach and everybody can learn. And, you know, I mean, you say that at the beginning and you don't know if it's true, but actually it's truer than you ever know. And so, you know, how can we all get involved? We can create courses. Using COOCs is one thing, it's nice, and I'd love it if people used it, but I really don't care as long as you're doing that teaching in different ways. And when people teach something, I think they feel different about themselves and they behave in different ways and they look at themselves differently. And I think it's just a brilliant way of engaging and making things happen.
Thank you so much.
Pleasure.